Convoys. 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy. Off the top,
I just scraped it off the top. Put it on the road, on the curve, on the block. I was already sold, I don't work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby to make a lot. Whenever she comes, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of the food. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, huh? But they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with Villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apology. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go option to the short side. And getting Moving this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and now it's 3rd and 4.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Fields on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And got his man. Complete. Touchdown Bears. N'Keal Harry. 40 yards. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play, go for the big one, and they got it done.
Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check contact, check contact.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts out to his left. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick slant to Brown. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 31, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Back to throw, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Again, Fields.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Man open. Here is Jones. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive. but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Now it's Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a first down throw, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Velus Jones from 21 yards away. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Justin Jones there on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, obviously, the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The drive will start with an option going left. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
From the 17, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Now Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was 4th down now. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
And this returnable for Rager.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodgers. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A good throw here, finding Pascal. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown. Quez Watkins from 21 yards away. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Montgomery. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here,
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
So it's the Bears who come away with the victory, and that's thanks largely to the play of their quarterback, Justin Fields, CD.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
just scraped it off the top. Got it out the road, out the turf, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever it comes, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out the full.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket coupe, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top. Got it out the road, out the turf, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a two. I paid it out of full.
New toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. These gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly.
Yo, why is that saying that?
You got banana on the my boy.
There you go. You can hear me talking now. Cowboy Killer, AKA. I said, no, that's the Cowboy. Somebody texted me too. Alright, they know I'm live, man. Let me go ahead and play. One more game. My record is 1-1, man. I don't be losing like that, man. Yo, you got to do it like that.
My Brooklyn, cause he shot rock, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside.
Yeah, this shit, he just gonna wear them classic joints. The throwback, old green joint. So I gotta put them on. You can hear me now. I turn it down so I don't want to be off. TV be all loud on the microphone. I just can't really play with the headset on, man. He's throwing me off. I don't even know what I'm playing. What? No, I'm not gonna hold you. Stop it, man. Stop it.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA.
Ain't no hit.
Stop trying. Prove to be a good one.
Get down.
Between the Baltimore Ravens and
I got the Baltimore Ravens.
Eagles.
They were running quarterback.
Here's the kicker, Jake Allen.
Ain't no hand. I'm not holding. Nope.
And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Oh, he's coming out.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
No.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. And his first look is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
No.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Nobody. Nobody. Nobody.
And they turn it over.
Nobody.
Move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the Knights.
Oh, it's hot as shit. Burnt my mouth. Motherfucker. No, don't say what I say. Oh my God. Y'all, oh my God. Stop saying what I'm saying. I curse and he cursed right along with me. That's not good.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Down to the 25. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, flash Franco!
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. The ball comes out, but this
he hits the
bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds. Because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Oh, he won that one.
Complete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
Throwing is Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only... He's got him in! Complete!
This is again. I'm right the fuck here.
40-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jackson now.
Look at this shit here, man. What the fuck did it
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded.
Go eat. Go with TJ. Go and eat. He coming.
Go with TT.
Go with TJ. Go. You know where to go.
Second and very smart. 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Down. Here's Jackson.
Get shit out of there.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Look.
Second down run with Sanders. And some room to work. Touchdown!
When you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
He was chasing him hard. Look, I got too cute. I hear that almost stepped out of bounds. Look, I had to die for it. Like, give me that.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott.
Gonna be missing it. That's right, football. That's right. Don't start throwing stuff.
10-zip.
No, he's a football player. Say, what you gonna play? Football or basketball? You funny, man. What you got on your feet? You need to put some socks on. You got candy on your feet. You drop that candy on the floor.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
He coming out.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals.
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it back.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they try to get it back.
That's a man-to-man. You gotta follow him all the way across the field, man-to-man.
Running right, here's Sanders.
Oh, I try to cut it back. It was cut back. I'm not working the stick
behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Got him. Got him. Got him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go with Sanders.
Get off. Get off.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Hurts.
Oh!
This is going to be intercepted.
I gave it right
Picked
back.
up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Jackson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson.
Look at this shit. Why my man tapping it to him?
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack. And
He ready quick. He ready quick. Look, I just sat this quarterback on the 17-yard line.
Possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Got him. Look. Touchdown by A.J. Brown.
Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown.
I knew he was
And
missing.
the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the Packers are going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Jackson on first down.
Look. Blow him out. Blow him out.
Darius Slay with a pick. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go play action with Hurts.
Touchdown.
Tight end Goddard. A gain of 8 there on the
Tell
play.
me you better walk.
And it'll be second in a couple. Now the offense will burn their third and final
I'm not losing my
timeout.
partner.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeout.
15 and walk away. He quit. Tells him, I'm not coming. He can walk. He better call his grandma. Tell me he better call his grandma. All right, y'all, I'm about to play some Call of Duty. I'll be back on Madden. On record looking good. Oh, they want to put it on our laws. Nah, man.
What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street before I could tweet. I came from love.
Man, my friend, the man ain't on. He's talking about he be on.
Had a TED talk with the higher me. Show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand. Boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. Mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so